Hello there, I'm Aldra Hill. Welcome back to some Hearts of Iron 4, and welcome back to the channel. Haven't had videos on here for a little while, but starting a brand new series, playing Hoi 4 on twitch.tv/AldraHill, and I wanted to play a classic Hoi 4 nation. I actually considered Germany for a little bit, but I decided to go back to France. And I'm not a big fan of democratic France. I've won it a couple times, but it's a bit boring. I find it a little bit dull. I enjoyed the old history paths, and I was considering Kaiserreich, but decided to actually finally play Napoleon in the base game. So we are going to go down that route, and I have a couple cheeky things to do. Basically, we're going to try and take the Belgium and Netherlands as soon as we can, as well as being Napoleon as soon as we can. So to do that is you have to go down the revive the nationalist bloc, and the left whispers of making a common cause of communists. We need strong, stable leadership, political power gain, and trade deal opinion factor. We go down this route and work on getting other things and getting towards what we need as quickly as possible. Meantime, we're also going to be getting the very first things we need, like our production efficiency, the construction bonus, and the glorious research speed. It's the same every time, I know, but it's pretty necessary. Work on a couple of factories in the heartlands, because why on earth wouldn't I? And then just work on infantry equipment for now. Yeah, pretty good. Obviously, we're quite weak. There's not a lot we're going to be able to do elsewhere. In terms of our strengths, we're not actually that weak. I'm going to kind of be going through while the game just chugs along through. See what we've got here. We have 53 divisions. We do have a series of colonial troops as well. These are obviously quite garbage. I like the idea of keeping the colonial troops just to maintain border control, because there is some stuff you can get here. There's a little bit of resource. It's actually 32 steel here, which is fantastic. Something, action en français. Exactly. Now, what's the compliance? The compliance is actually 70%. That's pretty good. In terms of the steel we get, because I know there is a little bit extracted here, because it's 32... where is this? In Algiers. I'm just trying to reacquaint myself with the game, because it's been like a little while since I played. 32 steel available in Algiers, state modified, non-control 65%, local compliance 42, and reorganized workforce 10. So I basically have all of it. So I actually get a lot of it. So that's good. Huzzah, huzzah. Yeah, I actually have plenty of resources for pretty much everything I need. The stability is pretty bad, and I know that I can go into a communist civil war if I'm not careful. So by going down civil bloc, we end up being able to completely resist that if we hurry. We can utilize the leagues. Ninja Bear is just subscribed. Oh my goodness, 10 months in a row. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. I do appreciate you choosing to sub on the channel. Help support us.
Not been able to watch live much recently.
What is that
Have
voice?
A spare 10 minutes to
oh my
pop
god,
in
why
and
is
say
it
I love you.
why is it saying that? Oh, that's horrible. So sorry for that for the YouTube audience. I thought I disabled that voice. I heard one recently that was like a really silly voice. I like that. Silliness. In terms of our actual like production and stuff, we're obviously massively behind on infantry equipment. But the value of this strategy, if you do it right, as long as Germany does Sudentenland in mid-38, you have enough time to grab both Belgium and the Netherlands before Germany demands it. Then you can just defend borders, which is really nice. And by capitulating them, you actually get all of their infantry equipment, which is fantastic. And that helps out a lot. So we'll have to see if we can actually do that. I'm trying to see... I don't think there are any other units, are there? Obviously, we have this weird little colonial grouping. Alright, that's revive the nationalist bloc. Done. And while I would be good to straight away go for laissez-faire, I really want to get this as soon as possible. So I'm going to skip that for a bit and go down to utilize the leagues. Yes, so we're going to utilize the leagues. Sad fact, political violence became commonplace. If the country should survive it, we must not shy away from the help of those who will meet the communist thugs in the street. And it basically reduces stability quite a bit, but increases popularity of other things. It's a good way to maintain control of our party. I'm going to put these guys in, and I'm just going to find any other unassigned divisions. I feel like there is some. Yeah, we have that one dude in Syria, which is really depressing because there's like nothing I can do about this. If I lose it, I lose it, you know? Is there even any factories here? So I am playing this on non-historical, so I get a little bit of manpower, I suppose. Is it an occupied state? Pfft, lame. And then we're also going to get mechanical computing for even more research speed. So I'm not doing this on focus, other historical focuses, because I want to see what happens. Now I retreat back to the dry comfort of my field hospital. Good luck, Ninja Bear. Field hospital, but doesn't mean injuries, my friend. I really do appreciate you choosing to sub and, you know, stopping by and just saying hey. So obviously we do have those lovely treaties. We have the London Naval Treaties and the conferences, but I can't get out of that. I have absolutely nothing. Right? Realized European unity. I can form the European Union. No, thank you. Some play Vic 2 campaign taking the 13 colonies. Now that would be cool. I do quite like Vicky. I was tempted to start this new series on the channel as playing Vicky, but I got scared because I wasn't sure if I would be able to learn how to play the damn game again, you know? I didn't think I'd be able to. Ooh, grow rubber plantations in Madagascar. Add 8 rubber in Madagascar. Now, okay, so there is actually no rubber, but I do extract 63 from southern Indochina. That's just not necessary right now, I don't think. It's just interesting trying to remember this, you know? I do actually get 4 factories in trade, that's why I have so much. Bulgarian government now supports the IMRO. Okay. Oh my god, the black shirts organize. No. Are they going fascist? Marched on Downing Street. Okay, cool. This is why I like to play in this silliness. Fantastic. Manpower is growing, though obviously massively reduced due to full employment. Because so many people died. Isn't it grand? Oh my goodness. Just gotta keep holding on here. I mean, okay, so there's the treaty signed, unfortunately. This will safeguard peace better than any super battleship. Election. Communists in government. Oh, crap. Wait, which one? Oh, no. Which do I want? Ooh, no. Oh, damn. Ooh, that's upsetting. I actually have no idea. Because I know that... one of these could actually be quite problematic. Because... I mean, it increases the popularity of communism or lowers the stability. What's the stability where you can get into a civil war? Let me take a look at it. Okay, I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure the stability is 25%, but I don't see a problem with having the communists at the moment. There's not an election until 1940, so it doesn't really make a difference, I don't think. We're going to keep down this route, and we're going to go for concentrated industry. I think it is better. I always struggle with trying to decide which one I prefer. There's obviously that 5% extra factory output and dockyard out. Actually, it's only 5% factory output, not dockyard output. But it does give you a 20% conversion speed, so it might actually be better because of the production efficiency retention for when you change equipment over. Like, it's like a little better, but barely. I think the change in dockyard output really does make a difference. I might go for dispersed industry then. You get less output, but you can change faster. I literally can never decide. Yeah, I think it's better. Let's go dispersed. Let's get that. And we're not really doing too much right now. We're really just sitting here waiting to develop and grow. Because by going down this line, what's going to happen is we have to wait 1 year, and then after that year, we only have to do 3 more focuses. And then from there, we can declare war. But if we can do this before Sudentenland, we can then take Belgium and Netherlands, reaffirm a new defensive line on Germany, and then push on them real quick. So, Council of Rambouillet. People look for the strong leaders, conclude republicanism has failed the French people. Time for the natural rulers of France to return. We must lay the groundwork. Stability is a little low, not gonna lie. A royal wedding in Brazil and the Neutrality Act. Ooh. that a thing that happens? Oh. Oh, no, they have a base tree. Never mind. I was like, is that a cool, unique event? But nah, it's just a base tree. So, you can rally the leagues, and you lose stability, but you gain popularity of fascists and non-aligned. I definitely don't want to do this one, because it increases fascism. But I will do this one. So I've rallied the leagues. Can dismantle the Maginot Line. Why would I want to dismantle it, though? And I can build lots of forts and move it elsewhere. Oh, and also because we have protective Maginot Line reduces your planning speed, which is a bit frustrating, actually. Next up, in terms of equipment we're looking for here, like, we actually do have decent, like, most up-to-date light tanks. We're surprisingly not behind the times, weirdly. Very tempting to pivot away. Good God, why does it... Oh, that's why. Yeah, it costs 1,000 freaking days to research. So we're just not going to do that because of the victors of the Great War. We're going to stay away from that for a little while. I think trying to get at least some new fighters as well wouldn't be the worst thing ever. It is tricky to try and get them correctly, but here we are. There is also the anti-communist raids you can do, but it massively lowers your stability. And a little bit of a loadout for it. It is a good way to get rid of some of this weird amount of communist support. But we'll see. We'll see. I prefer to be able to change this, but obviously I have no war support. What can you do, huh? I might create a spy agency, though. A Duxon Bureau. I think that's probably a good idea. Whilst we continue to work on more factories. Really just try to develop as much as we can here. Pickety. Nice. That's just building some lovely other things. Grids. Alright. Like I said, my goal is to attempt to try to take this as quickly as possible. And it gets you a lot of really good factories and a much faster way to get into Berlin. Though not having any tanks is a bit annoying, especially because we are actually very, like, behind the times. But we do get a lot of equipment. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and up the tanks a little bit. I know I do have a couple tank divisions that are surprisingly decent. French commerce and the nighttime jump training. Indeed, indeed. So I am going to try and work on just army, economy, civilian. Oh, Jesus. This. Okay. At Hungarian integration, they renewed the Rome protocols. Oh, that's fine. And they want to sell planes to them. Consumer goods factories gain diverted bomb production, which makes them cost more. That is fine. I truly don't care. It doesn't really affect me. Oh, I forgot that it plays this bloody... It tries to play the whole speech for some bloody reason. So annoying. Okay, so now let's go revise the Constitution. Intended to be a stopgap measure. To persist for far too long, we will write it to allow for the monarch to return. And in terms of what we actually have here, we actually have a lot of motorized. Just more tanks would be useful. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try and build at least one mill factory. Somewhere like in Pas-de-Calais. These will get done pretty soon. And they'll be done on the 21st of December. Just to try and get at least a little bit more tanks. Let me actually just get a little bit more. And up that just a touch. Cool, we can have a new operative, Eugene Yaru. I mean, distraction rate. Ooh, escape artist and tough. I mean, hell yeah. You. Now, I think we are going to very much want to build spy network into Berlin, because I'd very much like to know what they're doing. Good, good, good. And now I'm going to leave the factories alone for a little bit, because I would really like to be able to know what I'm doing. Cool, they're doing coal liquidization, which is an odd early one to do. They're reinforcing the empire. 776, great. Okay, pretty good start. I like this. This is solid. Very solid. You obviously have the French Madagascan dudes. Why a new theatre? Oh, sorry. Why am I not allowed to make a new theatre? Have I gone mad? Oh, there we go. Might as well make these guys into a bit of a separate theatre section. Yeah. Just kind of like the beginnings of sorting things out. Gonna move these guys around. This is gonna be the African theatre. Great, and this will be the Asiatic. I literally cannot spell the word theatre. There we go. So, not a lot of boys anywhere, really. Fun to just kind of go around, see what we can do in terms of allocation. So that's all the boys we get. That's okay. That's not too bad. I can rally the leagues again. That's good to know. I'm not gonna, but... And it looks like no one has actually done anything to increase anger in war support, which is frustrating, because if they could, then I could actually utilize that. So I am going to have, because I can't go begin rearmament until there's 12% war support. So we're going to have to go for something else. So, well, there's mechanical computing, which is very nice. That. No bloody point doing that at all, because it takes 1,000 years to research it. Let's grab... I mean, we're going to need this eventually anyway. Reinforce rate is mandatory. And there's some lovely dispersed industry. We might as well grab this while we are here. Let's revise the Constitution. Now, we obviously cannot get the next section. And again, we are not yet at that point. Ooh. That would remove political violence. Where's the political violence section? It doesn't really have anything. So, I'm going to go down the route of laissez-faire, because it gives you massive industry bonuses, as well as eventually reducing and removing inefficient economy entirely, which is really good. Really good. Plus, eventually you can get market dynamism, which is production efficiency cap. So, communists open to remodeling the structure of depriving the hard-working man of his rightful property. A dynamic economy will always outperform the leftist nightmare of strangulating red tape. And the value of this is that this reduces your inefficient economy balance by 10, by 10, right? You start with 20%, and it reduces it by 10. But you can also reduce it by 10 by clicking this. So I'm going to do that, then this one, and then see where I'm at. Maybe get that one for factory construction. Maybe get that for stability. See how it goes. If someone's done anything fun for war support, we might be able to start beginning rearmaments. And there it is. There is the Civil War. Now, we probably want to have a lovely nationalist Spain. But unfortunately, we are not allowed to send volunteers or any kind of forces because war support is not quite there. Our tension will go up though. A little bit. Having pride of the fleet helps a lot as well. We should actually really start thinking about kind of sorting out the navy here. Because while we do actually have a lot of fleets in the Mediterranean, we don't actually want them there. We actually want them in the English Channel so that we can quickly invade. So we'll repurpose them a bit later, I think. For now, we'll just continue to grow. build those myriad factories. We do have that extra factory of the light tank, which is helping. Slowly. It would be good to try and get as many of them as possible. And I'm going to build one more military factory as well over here. Because I'd really quite like that extra factory. Try and have a little bit more tanks. There's the fighter, which is great. Now, there is some ship tech we could be doing here. I mean, attacked enemy ship mount bonuses. Or we could just try and build some cruisers. I don't really care about carriers too much, to be honest. Critical hit malice bonuses are pretty good. I might try and get the 36 cruiser, because the cruiser hull is quite good. Though I have no naval XP, it is nice to have it. So I'm going to grab that. I really do just need the war tension to go up a little bit, please. If you wouldn't mind. They sent their divisions, but that still didn't increase it sufficiently. Oh my god, they're going to go car list. Oh no. They're going car list. The war in the north. They've gone supremacy of the communion. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that's pretty bad for us, because that means... Okay, that means they're going car list. And that means that we're going to have to fight them. Oh man, that's going to be really interesting, actually. That's cool. Alright, we're going to have to fight the Carlists at some point. That's alright. We're going to want to put out as many divisions as we can eventually. Alright, well, that's the beginning of this series. I would love it if you would leave me a like and a comment down below, and let me know what other stuff you'd like to see on the channel as we're going forward. And I'm looking forward to seeing if we can actually survive, because I've done this once before and failed tremendously at it, and I would like to do it properly. I was Algernon TV, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.